In the northern section of the triangle-shaped marsh, the team is looking for other potential caches of hidden goods. They found a piece of shaped wood 3 feet underground, which may be connected to a building nearer the surface or another one farther below. The group is committed to finding solutions, and, as the excavation progresses, archaeologist Jack Begley teams up with archaeologist Fiona Steele and her assistant Todd Langth to examine a mysterious circular foundation close to the shore. The test pit's objective is to determine whether the gap in the rocks serves as an entrance. The fact that this is the section of the entire edifice that has been located is an added benefit. The crew has found man-made mortar that matches soils from over 100 feet deep in the money pit. Additionally, some portions of the feature, as well as a variety of coins and antiquities from the 14th to the 18th centuries, have been unearthed in the money pit area. A hinge piece that Fiona thinks is a diamond or some kind of cut glass is one of the items that have led the team to conclude that the feature was utilized and altered by several people throughout a number of ages when riches may have been placed in the money pit location. Fiona is unsure, but Jack believes that this hinge may have come from a chest or box. The rest of the hinge and its contents are being bagged. As they continue to search the swamp and its possible treasure caches, the team is committed to finding the answers to these questions. Over the past 10 years, the Ligas and their team have found numerous pieces of treasure on Oak Island, including gold-plated buttons, silver coins, and gemstones. Fiona suggests that the hinge might have come from a ring or necklace, but Todd thinks it could be a gemstone or glass gemstone. One such find that was made of purple glass and thought to be at least 500 years old was made in 2018. It is regarded as a dazzler and a top-pocket find. The following day, archaeologist Lar Nian and archimetallurgist Emma Culligan joined the team to examine an artifact that resembled a glass gem close to Lot 5's spherical feature. The artifact has a significant amount of lead, which is uncommon in modern glass, particularly glassware. Flint glass with a high lead content that has been ground up and pressed into a mold is known as paste. Gorg, a French jeweler. Early in the 18th century, Friedrich Struss developed imitation gemstones by mixing bismuth thallium with ground-up glass powder. The mortar-like material discovered in the round feature matches soil samples recovered from deep underground and close to the site, where they are currently conducting a large-scale excavation, suggesting that someone of importance was present. The round feature on Lot the 5th of May have served as a camp during an operation to bury valuables in the money pit. Perhaps someone with a lot of money who has dug everywhere, the province attested that this was the first of these items they had discovered. This, in Marty's opinion, is among the most important items on Lot 5. The team is eager to keep discovering more treasure in the money pit and hopes to uncover more. Treasures like this one. While on Oak Island looking for treasure, the group finds a silver spoon that may hold the key to who buried the mother lode in the money pit. They use a metal detector and a pinpointer to find a 2-part hole, which leads them to an ancient silver spoon. This little spoon is a symbol of wealth because it was used for salt or sugar, both of which were valuable commodities. Commodities in the past. The spoon is probably dated by the boss and has a colonial-looking base. If the back of the spoon has any maker names or hallmarks, it is probably British. If not, it is probably North American. The group is thrilled to utilize the silver for breakfast on Oak Island and to bring some valuable metals into the lab. If one thinks Samuel Ball was involved in the original treasure story or treasure recovery, Gary has done a lot of work on Lot 26, which includes the old wall and well next to Samuel Ball. The region is very interesting. Gary has worked very hard on Lot 26, which has several flags in the ground as well as an old wall, and well, making it a very interesting area. While using a metal detector to search a small hotspot at an unknown location, the crew finds a little silver object that might be a spoon bowl handle, an emblem, or a mark. The item looks like silver on the edge, which suggests it might be too big to handle. They believe they may have discovered 2 pieces of silver, which Emma will scan and report to them. Both of the objects on Lot 26 have a spoon connection to one another. Remove the handle and lid from a spoon or fork. A tiny spoon would have been used for salt or sugar. The lost treasure of the Knights Templar and pirates buried gold deep underground, and the Vikings sailed there before Columbus, according to legend. However, new evidence suggests that the Romans may have also been on Oak Island. The search for these artifacts was difficult and nearly cost a man his life. One of the biggest mysteries of all is Bole 10X, a deep, dangerous, water-filled shaft that has been the focus of treasure hunters for decades. 80's Dan Blanken's ship is one of Oak Island's most devoted. Because borehole 10X is 235 feet deep and begins with a 181-foot vertical drop through a reinforced steel and concrete shaft, it was not an easy excavation, despite searchers' belief that it could lead to whatever was very deep down. Narrows into a tunnel that is barely 27 inches wide, 44 tons long, and completely obscured by murky water with no light. Two professional divers, Harvey Morash and Michael Gartz, were brought in to investigate 10X by the Lagena brothers. They were aware of the risks but were unprepared for what transpired. Michael would act as a safety diver while Harvey descended, and the crew on the surface would stay in touch through an underwater communication system. However, things started to fall apart a few minutes into the dive with no signal or voice. The team on the surface had no idea if Michael was safe, and they tried to call his name but could not find him. In summary, Oak Island has been a mystery for centuries, with legends suggesting Vikings sailed there before Columbus, the lost treasure of the Knights Templar, and pirates buried gold deep underground. The mysterious Boral 10X remains a mystery, and the Lagena brothers' plan to explore it was not well prepared for the risks involved. The team was in a panic as they were underwater, unable to communicate or find Michael. They tried tapping on the pipe to send signals, but no sign of him. The surface people were tense as they couldn't shoot straight up due to the dangerous decompression stops needed to prevent serious health risks. Everyone exhaled in relief as a light appeared beneath the water's surface. Harvey had descended quite a distance, but conditions worsened inside the tunnel's narrow section, where there was no visibility and thick silt clouds made it impossible to see any objects or shapes. Harvey felt his way around the walls in an attempt to determine what might be beneath them, possibly shattered pebbles, old wooden buildings, and other stuff. The drill bar was a huge 20-ton metal bar that had inadvertently fallen into 10X decades ago, wedged inside the tunnel and obstructing his path. Harvey attempted to work his way around it, but the space was too small, and for a brief moment he wasn't sure he could escape. He had to twist and push himself backwards, scraping against the rough walls, and his breathing became more difficult, but he was able to free himself and begin climbing again. The entire experience demonstrated that 10X was not going to readily divulge its secrets, and they knew they had to change things up because the shaft was unpredictable and dangerous. There were still many mysteries to solve on Oak Island, and they weren't going to allow one setback stop them from moving forward with their plans. When Charles Barkhouse arrived with an artifact, it may completely alter their preconceived notions about Oak Island. After years of secrecy, Charles disclosed that a Roman sword had been unearthed in Mahone Bay, just off the shore of Oak Island, in the 1940s, by a local family who had been illegally scalloping in the region. The Oak Island team had finally obtained the relic. The sword itself was a bronze or brass weapon with a distinctive handle that attracted the team's attention right away. The finding of a Roman sword close to Mahone Bay in North America has generated a lot of speculations and discussions. Some people think it proves that Romans crossed the Atlantic centuries before Norse explorers or Columbus. To verify the sword's authenticity, specialists at St. Mary's University in Halifax performed a chemical analysis, notwithstanding the skeptics' contention that the sword might have been imported to the island later by European collectors, or a bucket of pay dirt contributes to their season's ambitious gold goal. Whether it's fixing up equipment or helping out in the wash plant, Rick's dad becomes a key part of the team. His experience and hands-on approach bring a new burst of energy, making sure every part of the mining process works like a well-oiled machine. The teamwork between father and son turns challenges into victories. Together, they tackle the ups and downs of mining life, using their combined knowledge to handle whatever comes their way. As Monster Red chews through the pay dirt, it's not just the machines doing the heavy lifting. It's the power of a united team working towards those big gold goals. Despite the challenges, including equipment breakdowns and a flooded cut, the team is determined to reach the season's gold target of 2,000 ounces. The camaraderie between Rick and his dad becomes evident as they tackle repairs together. From fixing machinery issues to maintaining equipment, it's a hands-on collaboration that highlights the importance of a reliable support system. Rick's dad, a testament to the saying, "Actions speak louder than words," embodies the spirit of a true partner in this challenging gold mining journey. Even with the valuable assistance from his dad, Rick finds himself caught in a web of challenges that extend beyond the immediate repairs. In the pursuit of the elusive gold goal and land ownership, Rick must not only contend with mechanical hurdles, but also navigate the intricate dynamics of the gold mining world. Each step forward requires a careful calculation, a strategic move, and a relentless determination to overcome whatever obstacles lay in his path. The journey is far from over, and the suspense continues to build as Rick strives to turn his mining dream into a golden reality. And to achieve his dream, he has to beat the cold. As winter's chill creeps in, Rick Ness finds himself standing at the crossroads of a critical decision: how to increase gold production before the icy grip of winter puts a freeze on their operations. Feeling the weight of the looming goal and the pressure to deliver, Rick huddles with his crew, including Kyle Lawson, a newcomer to the gold mining scene with an ironworking background. What steps can Rick take to boost production before the ground freezes and winter poses a threat to his gold mining goals? So, in a bold move, Rick proposes a plan that could potentially change the game. He suggests the simultaneous operation of both wash plants, Monster Red and the trusty Rocky. It's a strategy that, if executed flawlessly, could significantly elevate their gold output. Kyle Lawson, despite being relatively new to the gold mining arena, is entrusted with the responsibility of operating one of the wash plants solo. Can Rick's trusted crew member, Kyle Lawson, uphold the trust placed in him and assist Rick in achieving his dream gold haul? Well, the announcement hung in the air and the crew sensed the gravity of the situation, and Kyle, with a mix of nerves and determination, accepted the challenge. Operating a wash plant alone can be quite overwhelming, especially for someone still getting the hang of things. The potential challenges, especially the threat of tailings causing blockages, are significant concerns. Duncan Creek is ready for a high-stakes operation. With determination etched on his face, Kyle makes his way to the wash plant. The rhythmic hum of the machinery echoes through the mining site as Kyle navigates through the controls, juggling the intricate dance of equipment and pay dirt. The crew watches with bated breath, unsure of what the outcome will be. Despite the initial nervousness, Kyle begins to find his rhythm. The wash plant responds to his commands, and the pay dirt starts flowing smoothly. The potential catastrophe of tailings causing a shutdown becomes a distant worry as Kyle defies the odds and keeps the operation running like a well-oiled machine. Another problem solved, and now just one to go, till Rick smoothens his journey towards his goal. Rick Ness is facing another tough challenge that could make or break his entire season. The crew has been digging for 10 weeks, and finally, they hit the good pay layer they've been aiming for. But there's a major setback. The whole area is flooded with 6 feet of water. To tackle this problem, Rick decides to bring in a robust 10-inch pump, generously provided by the landowner, Troy Taylor. The team gets to work, setting up the pump with hopes that it can handle the large volume of water in the cut. Success with the pump is crucial because it's the key to drying out the area, enabling them to get to the valuable pay dirt below. Despite facing obstacles, including the hefty $40,000 cost of the pump, Rick stays positive and determined. The moment arrives as the pump kicks into action, proving its worth against the waterlogged conditions. With the flooded area slowly drying up, the crew can finally focus on what they came for, extracting the long-awaited, valuable pay dirt that could turn their luck around. As the week unfolds, the results exceed expectations. The gold weight from Monster Red and Rocky combined paints a picture of success. The decision to entrust Kyle with a crucial role pays off. Rick's strategies and his dad's love prove that sometimes the boldest moves and the company of the loved ones lead to the greatest victories. After the challenges, the narrative takes an unexpected turn, injecting a dose of triumph into the mining saga. The crew, once faced with uncertainty, now stands united, motivated by the success of a well-executed plan because they are about to achieve the unexpected. So, here they have it. A whopping 219.8 ounces out of Monster Red and an additional 95 ounces from Rocky. Time for drumroll, because the grand total stands at an impressive 315 ounces, translating to over $500,000. You heard it right, folks. This is not just another gold weigh-in. It's a record breaker. The excitement can be seen as Rick and the crew revel in the victory. This achievement marks their biggest gold haul ever, a remarkable feat that's sure to go down in mining history. The mining site buzzes with newfound energy, and Rick's gamble seems to be steering them in the right direction. This success is not just a number on the scale. It's a testament to their resilience, determination, and the unwavering spirit of the team. But there is still one thing to do. The taste of success lingers in the crisp Klondike air as Rick heads to meet with none other than Troy Taylor. In a moment of revelation, Rick unveils his decision. The words hang in the air as Troy Taylor's eyes light up, mirroring the excitement of sealing the deal. Rick declares that he is ready to buy, making it clear that he's ready to take the plunge and make a substantial commitment. Despite recent challenges, the crew comes together to celebrate their hard-earned success. Cheers echo through Rally Valley, a testament to their resilience